if you just have sole trade income, you will be submitting 4 quarterly updates per year to HMRC. If you're mandated for Making Tax Digital because you are a landlord and you just have property income which is within MTD, then you will also be submitting 4 quarterly updates to HMRC each year. However, a taxpayer who has both sole trader and property income is required to make 8 quarterly submissions per year. So it would be 2 separate submissions every quarter, 2 separate elements. So, to clarify, a snapshot of your income and expenses from self-employment, and then a snapshot of your income and expenses from your property income as a landlord. If you have multiple rental properties, then detailed records must be kept for each property individually. However, overall, it's just the totals on the quarterly submission of the income and expenses, so they can be lumped together for all of your properties. So if in the past you've had your property pages on your self-assessment tax return, and let's say you have 4 properties, so you're mandated for MTD from April 2026 due to qualifying income being over £50,000, then you can lump together the income and the expenses from those 4 properties, and that's the information that will be captured on your MTD quarterly submission. And in a similar fashion, if you have landlord income and sole trader income, you'll have to split the 2, but your landlord income from multiple properties can be part of one submission. If you have multiple sole trades, then each sole trade has to be reported on a separate MTD submission. So 2 sets of quarterly updates if you had 2 sole trade businesses. And how you know whether HMRC considers your business as 2 is how have you completed your personal tax return in the past. And by this, I mean if you've done your personal tax return in the past and you've had 2 sets of self-employment pages, let's say you had one as a hairdresser and one as a beautician, 2 separate businesses, 2 self-employment pages on your historic tax returns, then you would have to do separate quarterly submissions for each one of those sole trade businesses.
Let's talk about